So each day, these young time travelers pass through a portal. Once they're on the other side, they are literally in the 1700s, based on what they hear, what they see, even what they eat. They are greeted by General James. And General James has come back from the year 2076. He's come back to warn these young people that America must change course, because if they don't, what he perceives and is experiencing in his time is that America's freedom is at great peril. So the students come in, they are organized by grades. We have about 100 kids per camp, and they rotate through 6 learning stations. Now, they learn at the feet of the founding heroes, the ones that are still in the history books. That means George Washington, Thomas Jefferson, James Madison, and others. They also sit at the feet of what we refer to as the forgotten heroes. These are people who really were once highly recognized and valued by our history in our educational system, but they're no longer part of what's discussed. It could include Nathaniel Greene. It might be the Brigadier General Francis Marion, who we know affectionately as the Swamp Fox. Or it could be Daniel Boone. But these are heroes that contributed greatly to America's founding days and helped achieve freedom for those of us who are living today. Now, the third category of heroes is what I call the unknown heroes. These are not just forgotten, they were never written about, but they existed and they did amazing things, demonstrating great courage and perseverance. It might be Sybil Ludington, who rode her pony 40 miles at night in sleeting rain. It might be James Armistead, who was a slave from Virginia, sold to the Continental Army, who was a brilliant man, so brilliant that they used him as a double agent, and so blessed that the Marquis de Lafayette argued for his freedom in the end, and James Armistead took on the name of James Armistead Lafayette. Wonderful people, but we never tell their stories. And here's the value in that lesson. What it tells our youngsters today is that all Americans can be a hero, and that all Americans need to be a hero. So every day we talk at the beginning of the session and at the end about this. I hold this up and remind the children that for liberty to live and thrive, it must have faith and we must have virtue. We teach that liberty comes from God, but freedom is what is earned through our efforts, our sacrifices, our struggles. And that has been the case since the days of our founding patriots. Every day our children learn a new virtue so that they are building character skills as well as knowledge skills. On day 1, they learn the virtue of truth, the importance of being honest, and not being one that shares untruth information. On day 2, they learn vigilance. Here is where they learn that they must watch what is going on around them and be knowledgeable. If they're not, it's very hard to be truthful. On day 3, we talk about courage. And courage is something that we need all the time. And as youngsters, they need that in their character skills so that they can stand up against some of the wrong that is occurring within our school system and elsewhere. On day 4, they learn about perseverance. And they learn the importance of persevering through trials so that they accomplish the goal as George Washington had set out originally. On day 5, we talk about valor. Now, by this time, they have met with both the militiamen and the Continental Army. They've seen the passion of the militiamen. They've experienced the commitment of the Continental Army. But they've also met with James Madison and Patrick Henry. Neither one of these men picked up a gun. Neither one of them had a sword. They had their own personal presence. They had their ability to influence others using truth. And they were courageous. And that's what we teach the children valor means to them.